Hello everyone, my name is Viper and welcome to a new video on my channel. In this new video, I have big news for you guys. It is the live stream today on Uncome Alive that has brought us even more information for Dofus Unity. In this case, it's now called, or the real name is Dofus 3.0. Hope you guys are as hyped as me. I'm gonna try to bring you the recap of everything they talked about. Bear with me, it's gonna be a lot of information, but it's one of the best live streams I have seen in the last 4 years that I've watched the live streams. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay everyone, we start off with, as you can see on the screen, shields. They completely reworked shields. I was really expecting this. I'm gonna go right into the subject. So basically they made shields more tanky. As you can see, it gives res, and they removed the final damage that they had. They also made it have wisdom, which I think is super cool, and they made the shields be part of sets. So shields will be part of sets and will give us set bonuses as well, which is super interesting. There's also new shields, as you can see on the screen. Some of them give a lot of sets. It's really cool. So that's the main point they focused on. The second thing they focused on is the sets. Basically, the sets, what they did is that they tried to buff the lower level sets. They tried to make it so the sets at least from level 20 and 40 have AP and MP. The 41 to 80 also have MP and MP. Everything lower will have AP and MP to give you more stats. What they did as well is change some set bonuses. Over 70 set bonuses got changed from level 100 to 110. So it's really a lot. They changed, for example, they gave an example of the Minotaur set. They changed the set, and they added a new set, which is the Mominotoror. This is in French. I don't know if this is the real name in English, but they did a lot of changes. Another thing that they did with the equipments is that they are gonna adjust the power of certain objects and their like passives for the legendary items. I have maybe a scoop, not 100% sure, but Ganymede will be one of the items that is getting nerfed on the on this dev block. The weapons, what they did, they buffed the weapons a lot. So basically, now you don't have, you don't lose damage depending on how far away you are from targets. For example, a lance, a scythe, you don't lose damage if you do damage from range or from in the corners. They also made it super much easier to equip the weapons. They reduced the how can I say it? They reduced the requirements to use a weapon. For example, you had a weapon that was strength and you needed the chance stats to use it. They changed that, and they made the recipes more easy from 150 to 200. Another big thing that they did is that you know, some items they have conditions to use them. You need either to be below level below 12 AP or 6 MP. So what they did is they made it that for lower level items as well, so people could not abuse it. And another thing that they did as well is that they didn't touch the Gelano, but they made it so an AP item, now the condition will not be below 11 AP. For example, the Meridian Cape, you can play 12-5 with the Meridian Cape. Stuff like this, they changed it a lot. Or the Mano Belt, you can play 12-5 with the Mano Belt, not 11-6. They try to change things like this. Well, everyone, if they removed the final damages from the shields, they added something really important, which was trophies. What does the new trophies do? You can see them on the screen. So I'm gonna do one by one. For example, the first one adds spell damage but removes your resistances. The second one adds melee resistance but removes your damages. The third one adds weapon damage but removes your resistances. The fourth one adds distance damage but removes your resistances. The fifth one adds range resistance but removes your damages. And the last one adds melee resistance but removes your resistances. No, adds the melee damage and removes your resistances. This is only for level 150. It's really interesting. They said the values won't be as big as the shields, which is completely normal. And another big thing that you are already seeing on the screen is Dofus. They made changes to Dofus, basically on Cloudy Dofus, I'm gonna explain really fast. On the pair turn, they made it so you lose damage but you get heals, and on impair turns you gain damage but you lose heals. So it's a little buff, I think, in the end, because on the turns that you lose final damage you get something else, and heals. It's really interesting, right? The biggest buff, and the markets are already moving a lot, is the Ebony Dofus. Ebony Dofus, if you hit in melee you get range damage, and if you hit in the from distance you get melee damage, and you still keep the other effects. So it's a buff because for you to apply Ebony you already do this, so it's really worth it. And the Nightmare Dofus, it's a little change. For example, if you debuff yourself now you get power as well. If you shield yourself you heal yourself as well. It's a little change. Basically the effects apply to yourself as well. Then everyone, we go to the servers. As you can see, there are 4 mono account servers and 5 multi-account servers. Now this is preference. You can join whatever you want, or on the mono account you can join whatever server you want. It depends where your friends are playing. But the multi-account server, Mikal, is the multi-account international server. I'm gonna leave the pre-inscriptions below so you can pre-register as fast as possible. Do not miss it. And yeah, let me know what server you're gonna play. I'm gonna play mono account. I hope to see you guys there. They also showed a beautiful graphic of the interfaces. I love it. It's really, really cool. And with this, they added new cool cosmetics, like a starter pack. You can see it's a bit expensive, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, they added a starter pack like a Temporis. They are really cool. You can buy them when you start your adventure on Unity. It is subs. It does give you subs, so it's really, really cool. And they made a new cool event called Back to Rush, that is basically 5 teams of big, really, really big structures in the French community that have other streamers around them to participate and get points. The part that you guys care about this is that you can choose the team when you come out of Incarnam, and the teams will get like starters, or being the first of getting a certain achievement will give points to your team, and the more points your team gives, the more rewards you will get as well, and you can help your team by playing as well. That impacts in, for example, there will be certain events that will give you more nuggets, they will give you more pebbles, and this will help you in the beginning to rush much easier. So it's really, really important. It's gonna be called World Events. We don't know exactly when it's gonna happen, but maybe in the weekends you're gonna have world events. If your team does well, you can get some rewards, which is super good for rushes. You can see the teams on the screen. I don't know which one you'll choose. You maybe can choose there's an international streamer called Single Malt. He's on Aegis team, if I'm not wrong. You can choose Aegis to support them. It's up to you guys. And now we go to the modifications of the new servers. So you saw as well they made some changes to the Ogreens and the Kama transfers. So you can only have a new account now to buy Ogreens from in-game without needing monies or changing Ogreens with Kamas. They're going to implement that on Unity. They made another change, super important, for the summon skill. You do not need to do the whole quest of going around Astrup to get the summon skill. You can just go next to the paddock in Astrup, you talk to an NPC, you do a little tutorial quest, and you will get a summon skill, which is super, super nice. Another big modification that they are doing is to guilds and paddocks. So basically, guilds will be easier to do when you start your rush. That's really good to get more society going. You can only buy 1 paddock each 24 hours by the owner of the guild, and you can only do it if you're level 60 or above. Simple rule. Up next we have Colo. Basically what they did with Colo, it's really simple. You're not getting people from other servers, so the new servers will only fight new servers. Now you cannot win like 10 games and stay on top ladder and stay there forever. Now you lose rating slowly, and they changed the placement matches. Nothing special. Around the world, I think everyone knew about this. What they did is that now you don't need to do the 4 blobs, finally. You don't need to do the 4 blobs. You only need to do the quest once, and it's completed, as you can see on the screen. The server transfers for your characters are instantaneous, and you can do it more than once. So you can go to one server. If you don't like it, you come back. It's instantaneous, and it's free. I think it's free. I'm not 100% sure. Regarding names, they made it so you are much more flexible when creating names. If your name before was blocked because of a certain word, now they made it much more flexible. I'm not sure, but you can have spaces on your names now. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think so, but I heard it. Maybe it was a bad info. And they also changed the pets. This is a super important info that I'm gonna give it to you guys. What they made with pets is that now pets level 1 get stats. For example, prospection pet, the new moon, you get 12 prospection level 1. So it's really nice, but they changed the curve. So the curve will always change depending on the level that it has. And finally, super cool is the change of the equipments, as you can see here. It can drop equipments, and you can see there's 2 new sets as well, which is the Asian Schaefers and the Microplea, I don't know in English. And you can drop all of these sets early on from 1 to 60. It's super nice. You can see them already in the Dofus website. Some of them give insane stats. For example, the Asian Schaefer's set gives you 160 strength and 1 MP with 4 items. Pretty insane. But yeah, a small detail here is that the Gelax, which is the Angelic set, has the Gelano. And the Gelano will have the only different drop rate. All the other stuff have the drop rate the same as the Royal Gobble set. The Gelano will have, versus the 4 bosses, 0.5% drop. Oh, they also made a change to all the key recipes to make it easier and more focused on mob drops. The resources for professions get much easier early on for certain professions as well. And the bosses and mobs no longer drop several different resources. They fusion the extra resources into a new resource, and there will be around 10 resources per achievement, and you can't get the rare drop from the achievement. You need to drop it yourself. Also, a small thing that I forgot about is that the PVM event will be day 9, so you can test all of these things day 9 versus bosses, so you can get the new beta mount on Unity and you test it out for yourself. That's basically it, guys. As per usual, if you like, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really is important for me. Almost at 2k subscribers. Thank you all so much for the support. I'm gonna be playing myself as well on the mono account server. The class I don't know yet, probably Leadertrop, but I hope to see you there. I'll be streaming as well on Twitch, so don't forget me to follow me on Twitch. The Discord, always everything in the description, and the changelog once it drops, I'm gonna be testing it as well. Yes, I got a new haircut. It sucks, but it is what it is. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye everyone, have a great day, and let's go. It's the best update I have ever seen in Dofus. I swear to God.